Man, man. Let me make sure my settings are where they need to be. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. Man. What is good with you guys, man? There he is. Here I am. You already know. Dripped out for the stream. These are my sleep clothes, bro. I slept in this last night. Just a real chill fit for me. Hold it real quick. Bring the mic a little bit closer. What's good? What's good with you guys, man? I know I'm a little bit late for today's stream. I usually stream a few hours earlier, but this morning, man, I woke up at about noon today. My alarm went off. I made an executive decision to go back to sleep. And I do not regret it. I got some of the best sleep of my life, bro. I got some of the best sleep of my life. We're getting straight to the questions. Jordan, are you still on dating apps? Be honest. I just deleted the dating apps a few days ago. I was on Hinge, I think. Hinge was the last one that I let go of. It took me a few extra days to delete that one. But I think I deleted them probably about a week ago today, actually. But I have a video coming out about all of that very, very soon, like tomorrow type soon. I didn't know he can play the guitar. I can play a little bit. Hold on, let me try to sauce you guys up real quick. I'm a little rusty, but the OGs know. The OGs know what time it is. All right, see, we still got a little something. We got a little something. I'm no expert, but I have friends that are really, really cold at guitar. But I'm competent. Random question, how tall is Jordan Green? I am 5'9". 5'9" without shoes, 5'10" with shoes. Hey Jordan, I get your opinion on NoFap, but what do you think about retention? About semen retention? I'm probably going to make a whole video about that. I guess I feel like NoFap just appeals to more people, so I typically make videos on that. And plus semen retention videos, they get demonetized by default. But I'll make more semen retention videos. I do feel like there is a little bit of a difference between the two in terms of the actual real life impact of them. I mean, semen retention is basically NoFap on steroids, if you will. So, but I also feel like NoFap should be a lifelong practice, whereas semen retention is something that you practice for maybe seasons of your life where you need to focus on yourself a little bit more. But I'll definitely address that in a video, 100%. How do I not get hated by people? Don't make that your intention, bro. Don't make it your intention to avoid getting hated by other people. Make it your intention to love yourself, and the people that belong in your life will love you accordingly. Because you got to think about it, man. There's so many different opinions and perspectives in this world that it's literally impossible to please everyone. Kendrick Lamar said it best. You can't please everybody. You can't. So somebody's going to hate you no matter what you do and no matter who you are. So you might as well be yourself. That's my philosophy anyways. How did you learn how to do taxes? That's a good question. Just curiosity. See, stuff like that, just random business stuff, I feel like I was naturally curious about it. And also, personally, I prefer to not do any federal prison time. So I figured it'd be in my best interest to learn how to do taxes if I don't want to go to prison. So I just took the time. Really, doing taxes is not that complicated. I use TurboTax, and it pretty much walks you through the whole entire process. But if you don't do that, you can always hire somebody to do your taxes for you. But it only takes a few hours, at least in my experience. Are you keeping the car? Yes, I am keeping the car. I am. Can you sing though? Absolutely not. I cannot sing. One of these days, I'm going to do another music stream though. I really enjoy doing those music streams. They get demonetized, but I really don't care. I remember this song, but I forgot what it's called. It's called Best Part by Daniel Caesar. One of my favorite songs of all time, man. What the hell is that? How can I become my best version? First, you have to be yourself. Figure out who you are and then focus on elevating yourself accordingly. Because a lot of people, they focus on elevating, but they're elevating in a direction that isn't in alignment with their core selves. And I think that's the biggest problem with self-development in its current state, is that a lot of people follow the same general framework for self-development to the extent that they lose sight of who they actually are. They don't respect themselves enough to grow in the direction that they need to grow in. Can you do a video on the importance of mewing, bro? Personally, I don't think it's that important to do. I mean, if you want to be more physically attractive, then yeah, that's something that can definitely help. But I think it kind of goes without saying. I feel like that's something that may not necessarily demand a whole 8 to 10 minute video. I mean, I can tell you how to mew right now. Basically, for those of you who don't know, if you want to get a more defined jawline, you practice mewing, which is basically where you take your tongue and you press it very lightly. Not very lightly, but somewhat lightly. Just apply a little bit of pressure on the top of your mouth with your tongue. And it promotes nose breathing as well, which is supposedly healthier than mouth breathing. But if you do that consistently for a few years, your jawline will become more defined. But you have to do it consistently for a few years. Yo, Jordan, how do you go about managing your time? I have hella aspirations for myself, but my time management is poor. So a lot of that is going to be just eliminating distractions. A lot of that is going to be eliminating the things that are preventing you from having good time management. Because time management is you doing the things that you need to do and you not doing the things that you shouldn't do, or the things that prevent you from doing what you need to do. So if you guys watched my morning routine video that I posted yesterday, a big part of the reason why my morning routine is so comprehensive is because it helps me generate momentum in all aspects of my life. So mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, I have some type of momentum that I'm building early on in the day. And once I get that momentum going, from there, I just build on that momentum by doing what I need to do. Bro, how do you tell/convince your family that the school system is not going to work for you? I need you to elaborate on that. When you say the school system is not going to work for you, what do you mean? Have you ever been in a fight/confrontational situation, Jordan? If yes, how do you stand your ground? So I definitely have, mostly when I was young. Man, let me tell you guys something, bro. I know I'm a very chill, calm person now. When I was a kid, I was a little hothead. I had a really bad temper. So I did find myself in a lot of confrontational situations, especially with older kids. And I was the type of kid who just wanted smoke. like, bro, if you pissed me off, like I wanted all the smoke. But what I learned over time is that the best approach in a confrontational situation is to walk away. Because the only reason why you would, okay, here's the thing. As far as standing your ground goes, yes, that can be valuable in a scenario where maybe you are preventing somebody from messing with you in the future. But if it's a one-off scenario and you have the opportunity to walk away, you need to put your pride to the side. You have to put your pride to the side, because pride gets a lot of people killed, man. Pride gets more people killed than anything else in this world. So to me, it's never worth it. Fighting is almost never worth it. The only time you should ever fight somebody is if you literally have no other option. No other option. And even then, you fight to the extent that you can walk away. Do you live off of YouTube? Yes, I do. Why don't you grow a full head of hair? I don't like having hair on the side of my head or the back of my head because it's too much. I don't know, bro. I like being able to lay down and just live my life and not. I don't like taking showers in the morning either. It's just too much maintenance, basically. Long story short, it's too much maintenance. Bro, I got so many questions last time I sold. That man 38Z that man was putting in some work, bro, on the clock. I really hope corporate doesn't see that video, bro, because my man is going to be unemployed. How did you learn to deal with rejection with social media and women? Rejection with social media, I need you to elaborate on that. As far as dealing with rejection from women, I think just making videos, just doing the public interviews and doing the pickup lines videos and the Tinder Tuesdays even. I mean, you just learn how to handle rejection very quickly. And something that helped me was realizing that if I get rejected, at least in the context of videos, but you could kind of take this context and apply it anywhere in your life. But if you get rejected, it makes for a funny story. It'll usually make for a funny story at the very least. So if you have that mindset, you can't really lose. As far as getting rejected with social media, you got to elaborate on that though. Jordan, do you hate Muslims? I don't hate any religion. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I don't hate any religion. I don't I don't hate any group of people. Like to me that's kind of I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't even have to really explain that, but yeah, I don't. Yo, Jordan, question. How is Hinge the best dating app to find quality matches? So in my personal experience, what sets Hinge apart from the other apps is that while they do have a paid premium version, it's much easier to, for one, get a grasp on a girl's personality just based on their profile because there's a lot more information than there would be on Tinder. But also, the way that you reach out to the girls is not just based on a swiping system. So they'll have the prompts and then they'll have their answers to the prompts and you answer based on their prompts. So you can, so let's say for example, if they talk about their favorite TV show in one of the prompts and that just so happens to be your favorite TV show as well, you don't just have to swipe right and wait for them to match. You can specifically comment on the fact that you guys have that same favorite TV show. And it just makes it a lot easier to connect off rip. How do you spend your Saturdays besides streaming? So typically Saturdays, I clean my apartment. I do my regular morning routine. The morning routine that I showed you guys yesterday, I do that every single day. But other than that, I might go out in nature, go for a run. Saturdays are usually my most chill days out of any day in the week. Fridays and Saturdays. Why were you on dating apps? To meet women. I mean, to meet women, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I feel like people say, oh, Jordan, you should go out and meet women. But you have to understand that I live 30 minutes from any hot spot area where young people are. So let's say, for example, if I want to go to downtown Dallas, where I know that there will be women my age, that's a 30-minute drive without traffic. That's 30 miles away from me. So I don't really want to make that drive every day. And even then, I don't necessarily want to meet women out there because the chances are they live out there. And I don't want to make that drive every day or every few days or whatever. I don't want to do that. I want to find a girl who's nearby. But the thing is, in the area that I live in, and it's not just my city, it's the surrounding areas. Even the city that I'm from, Louisville, Texas. That whole part of I live in the suburbs, man. I live in the suburbs. I live in the part of town that people leave once they finish high school because they go to college. And I don't live near a college either, so it kind of put me in a predicament. And like I said earlier, man, the dating apps, I mean, I was able to meet women on there, and there were women that I would not have otherwise met. So it was cool, man. It's cool, but I'm just kind of focused on myself right now. Hey Jordan, just saw your morning routine video. Love the authenticity. I appreciate that, Charles. But my question is, you do have real ear piercings, right? As far as I know, and one of them got infected in the past. Yes. Okay, so let me clarify that. I have real piercings, but the earrings are fake. So my jewelry, my bracelets, the chain, these are real. Okay, these are real. The earrings, I got these from what's that? That little Piercing Pagoda, the little kiosk in the mall, bro. I got the earrings from Piercing Pagoda. They were, I think the hoops were like $90. These were probably $60. The big studs were probably another $70. Like the earrings are fake, but the piercings are real. All of my piercings are real. And yes, it didn't get infected, but I had an allergic reaction to the jewelry. That's why my ears turned black. That shit was rough, bro. Very, very rough. Jordan, do you think it's cheating if your girl has sex with other girls? Yes, I do, but me and my friends did have a discussion about that in the past because, I don't know, I feel like, here's my thing, okay? To me, cheating is if you guys violate the boundaries that you've set in the relationship. So if you've established that she can do that, then that's not cheating. But to me, I feel like I'm the type of person who wants to be in a monogamous relationship. So sexual intercourse, I don't care what they identify as, sexual intercourse with any other person aside from me is cheating and is grounds for termination of the contract without warning. Do you get paid on old videos? Yes, I do. I do get paid on old videos. I kind of don't want a black eye, so I'd walk away. Exactly. There's no reason to ever fight somebody, bro. There is no reason to ever fight somebody. Should you date in high school? If you find the right person, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Because you got to think about it. This is something that me and my friend Bryce have talked about extensively. But a lot of times, man, self-development preaches the notion of waiting until you're ready to be in a relationship, waiting until you're financially stable, waiting until you're where you want to be. But if you're a growth-oriented person, you're never going to stop growing. So if you find the right person, no matter where you are on your journey, make that move, man. Make that move. What did you do with your car? I kept it. The car, hold on real quick. Let me show you guys something. The car is still in my garage right now. It is still in the garage. It is still in the garage. I'm still enjoying the car. I still love the car. It's just, I had to acknowledge that I made a mistake in getting the car so soon. And I had to acknowledge that for you guys, for one, so that you guys don't go and do what I did, but also for myself so that I don't go and make that same mistake again in the future. Because if I come up on some more money and then I go out and get a Maybach or a Porsche or something like that, I'll just find myself in the same exact situation. How do you spend weekends? It seems different from others your age. It is. I don't go out. That's one thing about me. I don't go out to bars. I don't go out clubbing. I don't go to parties. I don't do that stuff. Not even occasionally. It's not a one time a month, one time a year. I don't do that stuff at all. So basically for me, the weekends are Saturday. Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get my planner and I'll read you guys my itinerary for the weekend. Put you guys on game real quick, man. All right. So Saturday, morning routine, physical therapy homework / stretching, stream, clean apartment, schedule videos, and then I have a Wizio consultation. Sunday, morning routine, physical therapy homework / stretches, read and write, film and edit. That's pretty much it, man. Like that's pretty much my life at this point. I don't do the stuff that regular people my age do, and I don't mind it. I don't have that feeling of missing out or anything like that. I love what I do. I love what I do. So the most I'll do outside of my normal stuff, outside of my itinerary, is I might go out with my friends and play basketball, or we might go to maybe like certain areas that we like to hang out, but I don't go out drinking and stuff like that. I don't do any of that. I got a good one. How to find your target audience. That's a very, very good question for content creators. So be yourself. That's really what it comes down to, man. Be yourself, because let me tell you guys something, okay? I'm gonna give you an example from my own life. When I first started doing YouTube, not when I first started, but when I got a little bit into my YouTube journey, I started doing public interviews. And there was a point in time when I was 100% certain that public interviews were going to take me to the next level. In retrospect, I am very, very grateful that they didn't, because even if I had blown up doing the public interviews, which I could have, the videos were really good, but if I had blown up doing the public interviews, I would have had to play that character for the remainder of my YouTube career. Or I would have had to undergo that really awkward transition into who I am now. And I probably would have lost a lot of supporters along the way. So it's always best to just be yourself and attract the audience that actually likes you. The same rules that apply in real life apply in terms of content creation and building your brand as well. In my opinion, if you want to be fulfilled on your journey of content creation or just your creative endeavors in general. More like you want to work on you. What? More like you want to... wait, hold on, bro. Hold on. I might need to get some more sleep. More like you want to work on you, want to leave school and do something else, not end up in the 9 to 5. Okay, so basically you're saying that you don't want to be in the 9 to 5 and you feel like that's where school is leading you. So I definitely get that. It depends on what age you are, bro, because even if you know that school isn't going to take you where you want to go, if you're in primary school, i.e. high school, middle school, anything like that, I would still highly suggest that you finish just because it teaches you discipline and time management, which are skills that are valuable in any endeavor, but especially in self-employment. You see, a lot of people, man, you guys think that you're going to be self-employed and all of a sudden you're not going to have any responsibilities. No, no. That is not how it works, bro. The way that my life is structured right now, I have way more responsibilities than I've ever had in my entire life. The thing is that I love those responsibilities. So you got to keep that in mind, bro. There's no escaping the responsibility factor once you're an adult. It's just about taking the responsibilities that you actually enjoy doing. First of all, a massive thank you for all your content, bro. Love you even though I ain't met you. I love you too, man. I love everyone watching this. I discovered self-improvement in March, but I've fallen off these past few months. Any suggestions? The chances are, Fawaz, I don't know if I said your name right, but the chances are, if I had to guess, you're trying to do too much at one time and you're overwhelming yourself and it's not aligning with who you see yourself as. And so you're self-sabotaging. So what I would recommend that you do is implement one new habit at a time and gradually transform your self-perception such that by the time you realize that you've become a different person, you've already changed your whole entire life. That's what I would personally recommend. I don't recommend trying to change your life overnight like that. How do you get invited to parties? How to become more popular at school? Those are two things that I do not have any expertise in. I never cared to be popular in school. I never cared to go to parties because I don't know, dude. It's the same principle that I live by right now. I don't care what the other people my age are doing. I just live my life. But I think if you want to get invited to parties, I don't think it's so much about being popular. I think it's more about knowing the right people. So if you know, you could have 5 friends, but those 5 friends are people who throw a lot of parties. Or how about you throw your own party? Boom. Solve the problem right there. You throw your own party, invite everyone, instantly become popular. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, hold on. I'm going to skip down a little bit because I just now realized I am 11 minutes behind. But hold on, matter of fact, let me answer this one right here. Hey Jordan, I've been seeing repeating numbers 1111 and 1414 in particular. What does that mean? So I myself have been seeing 1111 as well as 111 and a host of other angel numbers. That's what they're called, by the way, angel numbers. But I've been seeing those numbers every day since probably summer of 2019. So going on about, no, not going on, over 3 years now. Over 3 years, I've been seeing those numbers every day. What I've taken them to mean, at least in my life, is you're on the right track. You just need to follow your intuition. I feel like angel numbers are meant to activate your subconscious mind, open your subconscious mind to the possibilities that may already be in front of you or may be approaching you very, very rapidly. So just focus on being present and following your intuition, no matter what angel number you see. To me, that's always my takeaway. That is always my takeaway. I want to see Jordan go on red pill rage for real. So I actually did go through a red pill rage phase probably around March of 2020. If you read Soul Shock, it was probably around that same time, man. Around that same time, I went into red pill rage very, very, very drastically. Very drastically, just overnight. And it lasted all of 2 weeks. And then I finally started to come to my senses. I realized, oh wait, hold on. How is it possible that all women think the same way if all men don't think the same way? I don't think that's possible, but I don't know. To each their own, man. Do you feel we are in a time where there's a war on masculinity, meaning anything that is considered masculine is being censored and slammed down by social media companies? I wouldn't necessarily know because I don't follow the trends. I'm not on social media like that. So I don't really know how to answer that. I also don't. Here's my thing. Let me tell you guys something, okay? My general philosophy is avoid controversy. Avoid controversy at all costs. Not just creating controversial content, but consuming controversial content. So as far as the war on masculinity, I don't know, man. I mean, when we talk about masculinity, what are we talking about? Because to me, I see masculinity as taking care of your business and taking accountability for your life and everything that that entails. And for me, I'm doing that. So I feel like I'm well within my masculine frame, if you will. So I feel like that's always going to be there. People can declare war on it all they want, but I'm still going to do me. So I feel like the answer is always going to be focusing on yourself. If you focus on yourself, man, a lot of people, man, you can't focus on the externals. You got to focus on the internal. All of that stuff is meant to distract you, bro. That stuff is meant to distract you. It's meant to keep you from your purpose. It's meant to keep you from the deeper truths of life. Focus on yourself. According to your prior answer, what's the best way to let go of pride / the need to defend it? And what's your take on quotes like death before dishonor? So as far as a quote like death before dishonor, I feel like that's definitely coming from the ego, which I make a conscious effort to not live from my ego. I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm saying all of this, like somebody could catch me on a bad day and yeah, we might have to scrap. But generally speaking, my default philosophy is to walk away from conflict, because I feel like if you protect your pride before your peace, I mean, yeah, you'll see death. You'll see death before dishonor for sure. But the thing is, man, if you are choosing your pride over your peace, you're dishonoring yourself. You're dishonoring yourself, your true self, in favor of a false self, your ego. Don't ever, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but me personally, I don't put my ego before my soul because I know my true self. My ego is not my true self. So that's just my general philosophy. Like I said, man, pride has killed more men than anything else ever will. Would you ever go to a club, Jordan? No. No, that's not even, some things I want to try just for the sake of trying. That's not one of them. I already know that I wouldn't like clubs, man. I already know. When I was a kid, we had this thing called Saturday Night Out. It was kind of like a club, but I don't know how to explain it, bro. Basically, they had a dance room, they had basketball, they had dodgeball, they had the little, what's it called? I guess concession stand. So that's the closest that I ever had to a club, and I never really went on the dance floor. I always just played basketball and just hung out with my friends, eating and whatnot. I never really cared to be around loud music and stuff like that. What is the real definition of a simp? To me, a simp is somebody who is chasing somebody who has explicitly shown that they are not interested, trying to change somebody's perception of you. What do you think about Andrew Tate? I don't have any opinions on him because I don't know anything about him. Like I said, man, I don't really, whenever I see controversy, I usually try to avoid it because I like to protect my energy. But I'll probably do a reaction video to him or something like that. Matter of fact, I'll do a reaction stream one of these days where I react to some of his videos, some of Sneeko's newer videos, all of that. Yo, some of you guys are wilding in the chat, bro. You guys are wilding, bro. I asked this before, but how do I stop comparing myself to others? Because my friend is getting all the bitches right now. Crazy. Okay, so I feel like it's kind of human nature, if you will, to compare yourself to other people. Because a lot of times, especially when you're young, you only know yourself as you relate to other people. You know yourself relative to other people. So instead of trying to circumvent that mechanism altogether, leverage that mechanism. So compare yourself to who you used to be. Compare yourself to 38 Zay from 2019. And from there, you should always see progress. If you're on self-development, you'll always see that progress because it's built into your life. Jordan, bro, no girls come to me. I'm on day 20 of NoFap. I feel like quitting because no girls like me. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. I try to tell you guys, man, don't do NoFap for women attraction. Don't do it. You see, when you guys have that mindset of scarcity, of desperation, of needing women to like you because you don't like yourself, even if you somehow get a woman, one of two things is going to happen. If it's a woman who is in tune with herself and understands healthy relationship dynamics, she's going to leave you. She's going to leave you because she's going to have to put in way more effort than you are because you don't have anything to give because you don't love yourself. You're not filling your own cup. Scenario number 2 is that she's a narcissist and a manipulator, and she will utilize the fact that you don't love yourself to her benefit. Either way, it's not going to end good for you. So that's why I always say you have to love yourself before you can enter a relationship with anyone else, especially a romantic relationship. What's happening to your hair, Jordan? So I am growing the curls back out. This is what we're working with right now. Right now, I'm in the awkward struggle curl phase, but give me about 3 months, bro. Give me about 3 months and my curls are going to be A1, bro. Best believe that. I need some water. That water hit. Will you ever do a street interview again? I wouldn't wait on it. No, I would not wait on it. Would you ever do MMA or boxing for self-defense? I don't know. Like I said, man, my default mechanism is to walk away or to diffuse the situation with my words. I don't ever find myself in confrontational situations. Now, if I did, I already know how to defend myself. I've watched enough boxing videos to know where to hold your hands and how to throw a proper jab and whatnot. But like I said, all of that is moot because I don't plan on ever using it. Now, if I did do anything like that, I would do it for, I guess, fitness purposes. I feel like boxing is a very good form of fitness. It's very holistic in terms of your health because it implements a lot of cardio. But even then, I'd probably rather do martial arts. Well, I guess MMA mixed martial arts, but I'd do something chill, like Tai Chi or something like that, bro. I don't know. Something meditative in nature. What's up, bro? Can you say the phrase, "This is only the beginning for me and us"? Been what? Oh, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. And I do mean that. Hey, yo, I'm not going to lie to you. My guy, you guys are wilding, bro. You guys are wilding. I am not reading that out loud, bro. I'm getting a little pissed off because when I try to level up myself, I get girls that come to me, but they aren't the girls that I want. How can I get the hotter girls that I want? I'm going to tell you something, Drew. This is something that I've personally noticed, especially recently. And I don't want you to take this and just run with it. Take this with a grain of salt because it's my experience. But what I've noticed is that there seems to be a negative correlation between a girl's interpersonal skills and her looks, in that the better looking a girl is, the less personality she tends to have. And I found that to be pretty disappointing, I guess. So, in other words, don't just use looks as the only factor for a girl. Think about how you would actually feel living with a girl in your day-to-day life. That's something all of you guys need to, let me repeat that, bro, because a lot of you guys, a lot of toxic relationships can be avoided by just following this advice right here, bro. Think about your day-to-day life with somebody before you get with them. A lot of you guys, you think about the first 10 seconds that you see somebody, damn, she's bad as hell, man. I want to get with her. For what? For what? Just because she looks good? Bro, think about your day-to-day life. Spending, let's say, 6 hours a day with this person. Eventually, you get to a point where you move in together. You might get married, whatever, have kids. You got to think about that stuff ahead of time, bro. Think about your day-to-day life. If you can't see that, if you can't see yourself living with somebody every single day, don't get with them. Just whether they look good, bro, don't get with them. Focus more on the girl that is going to make you feel happy. Or better yet, make you feel at peace. Make you feel at peace with yourself. That's not to say that you should completely disregard looks, but it's better to be with a girl who's a 7, but has a 10 out of 10 personality, versus being with a girl who has 10 out of 10 looks, but a 4 out of 10 personality. You got to add those up. You guys are wilding, bro. Jesus Christ, man. Yo, what's good, Muru? Hey, we got my boy Muru in here. You guys want to look? Let me tell you guys something real quick, bro. You want to talk about OGs, bro? An OG subscriber? Muru is more than a subscriber, man. Me and Muru, we go way back, man. We're talking like 2018, 2019, before I started YouTube, I'm pretty sure. Shout out to Muru, bro. That man's been real since day 0, day -1. Chat wilding today. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. See, this is what happens when I start streaming later. People are just on demon time, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna start doing my streams at 5 a.m. Grow the pineapple out again? That is absolutely not happening, bro. Hell no. I wish. Let me see if I can hold on. Let me see if I have a picture that I can show you guys of how my hair is going to look. Not really. You guys will see. You guys will see in due time. Bro, this mic is kind of heavy, bro. Damn. I actually liked your old content. I appreciate that. I feel like my old content, as far as the public interviews and whatnot, it was good for what it was. I feel like my content was better than a lot of other people doing the same type of content, but it just wasn't me. It just wasn't me. Is this going to be the new streaming setup? I'm going to mix it up. I've been really enjoying these couch videos lately, just because I guess it feels more comfortable for me, and I also feel like it'd be more organic for you guys versus just watching me in my office. But I'm probably just going to switch back and forth. And I want to get a lavalier mic, or I need to get new batteries for my lavalier mic so I can film just around my apartment in general. I like being able to mix it up. This girl that I knew from elementary, she's dope, feminine, and pure. Others said this about her as well, and is also born in the same day as me. I ignored her when I used to be a dumb motherfucker back in 2020, and I admit my mistake. She blocked me because I didn't respond after I left her unseen for like a month. Crazy, I know, and I don't blame her for doing that, but I want to talk to her again. She used to show interest all the time, and I didn't give a fuck. How do I go about trying to talk to her again? I'll keep it real with you, bro. Look, I'm going to just tell you from the perspective of somebody who's been in that type of situation on the other end. Maybe not to that extent, but kind of to that extent. So you just gotta hope that she's not like me, man. You gotta hope that she's not like me, because me, I don't believe in second chances like that. So I feel like it's possible. It is possible, but first of all, you gotta ask yourself why. Why are you suddenly interested in her? I mean, I understand that sometimes you grow as a person and you look back and you're like, damn, I kind of fucked up. I fumbled. But at the same time, you might just be in a chapter of your life where maybe shit is in disarray and you're looking for some type of coping mechanism, which, like I said in tomorrow's video, you guys will hear more about that in a pretty drastic sense. But basically, ask yourself why you like her, bro. Ask yourself why you suddenly like her. And aside from that, I mean, if she's blocked you, there's not really much you could do. I'm keep it real with you. Just kind of like take the L and learn from it and move forward, bro. And if you have the opportunity again, if you run into her in person, or if for whatever reason she unblocks you or reaches out to you again, which I doubt she'll do that, but if she does for whatever reason, don't fumble. Do not fumble. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, bro, but I'm just keeping it real with you, because this is where I'm just telling you how my mentality was with girls. Like, girls who might have ghosted me, try to come back in my life, reach out to me, yada, yada, yada. Like, you just got to hope that she's a very forgiving person, man. Very forgiving person. You can't diffuse a gunpoint situation with words, bro. You absolutely can. Because how else are you going to diffuse it? Unless you have a gun too. If somebody's holding a gun to you, that's all you really have. All you have is your words at that point. So you just got to find a way, man. You just got to find a way, or it's your time. You could diffuse just about any situation with the right combination of words. Because you got to think about it. More often than not, those situations occur because of words. So how are you going to solve them? You solve them the same way. How do I keep pursuing my dream without negative thoughts and limiting beliefs when I'm not making any progress and my parents want me to go back to college? So in situations like that, it's important to fall back on what you know is fundamentally conducive to the fulfillment of your desired outcome. Let's say, for example, you want to put on muscle, okay? And you're in the gym every day, you're lifting weights, progressive overload, you're at a caloric surplus, but you're not seeing progress, or you're seeing marginal progress. You have to stick with it and track your progress as well, because even marginal progress over time makes a substantial difference. So track your progress, do what you know is fundamentally conducive to the fulfillment of your desired outcome, and from there, you just have patience. You have to have patience, man, and just be grateful for where you are in general. Be grateful for where you are in general. Would you trade places with yourself from a year ago? Ask yourself that. What do you think about the Lil Durk NBA Youngboy beef? Like I said, I don't follow controversy, man. Like I literally, it's not even just that I don't follow it, I actively avoid it. So if I see like a video talking about beef or talking about anything like that on my recommended, I'll click on the little three dots and I'll say, don't recommend this to me. We're not interested. Stop recommending channel, so on and so forth. I have no comments on that stuff, bro. No comments. I need some water. Love your content. I appreciate you. Would you ever do a TED Talk if offered an invitation? That platform could use your voice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to do a TED Talk, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to speak that into existence right now. Today is August the 20th, 2022. And sometime in the next, let's say 3 years, okay, sometime between now and August 20th, 2025. Matter of fact, I'm going to give myself an extra year. Sometime between now and August 20th, 2026, I'm going to do a TED Talk. You heard it here first. Jordan, how do you avoid getting burnt out? Good time management. Good time management is essential. Also, I feel like doing what you love. I feel like when you do what you love, you have this extra reserve of energy that you can't tap into if you're doing something that you don't love. So, for example, I have much more energy to make content or to write or to do other things that pertain to my brand or just what I do than I did when I was in college, because I actually love what I'm doing. So do what you love, man. Do what you love. Lil Mark 989, I appreciate the donation. Jordan, recently I just relapsed on NoFap and I got to 10 days and this is the furthest I got. I started years ago. NoFap is toxic because you failure. What? Wait, hold on. Jordan, recently I just relapsed on NoFap and I got to 10 days and this is the furthest I got. I started years ago. NoFap is toxic because you failure. Wait, I don't just want to leave this because you donated. So I'm going to just comment whatever so I feel like NoFap can become toxic if you make your self-worth contingent on it. And that applies to anything. That applies to the gym. That applies to women. That applies to money, success. anything else, I feel like when you make your self-worth contingent upon any external factors, even the factors pertaining to self-development, especially the factors pertaining to self-development, that can be very, very toxic and non-sustainable. And you'll often find yourself in this negative feedback loop where you have a negative self-perception, so you're setting yourself up for failure. And once you fail, you strengthen that negative self-perception, and thus you set yourself up for failure again. And so it just keeps going on and on and on, which is why I say you have to love yourself now. You have to love yourself prior to being on the journey or in the midst of the journey. Otherwise, you'll never love yourself, especially with something like NoFap, where there's no set day where you just suddenly start loving yourself. You have to love yourself from day zero, from day -1. You have to love yourself for all of the times that you relapsed in the past. You have to forgive yourself. Yo, what's good, Pierre? We got my boy Glow Pierre in here. Hold on, with the new profile picture. That man is about 250, all muscle. Quit playing with him. That man looks like a DK Metcalf. That's tough. This chat is crazy. I'm just kind of glazing over it, bro. I don't even know what's going on. I saw somebody say something about liking kids. Hey, bro, I don't know what type of time you guys are on, bro. I don't know what type of time you guys are on. But speaking of kids, Jordan, would you have kids? So I'm kind of on the fence about that, if I'm being honest. I guess at some point that's all I'll really have left to do. Once you achieve all the success and everything, I mean, what else is there to do? But right now, absolutely not, bro. I don't plan on having kids anytime soon. I don't even want a pet, bro. I don't want a pet. I don't want a goldfish. I don't want any type of extra life that I have to be responsible for, other than my own, and then my channel, my books, so on and so forth. Hey Jordan, should I sacrifice my sexual fantasies even if I don't like being dom for a girl and she's a sub? Is it smart to sacrifice that kink for an open-minded girl who has a lot of green flags? So I feel like sexual chemistry is important, but that might be one of those things where you have to figure out why you have the sexual fantasies that you do, and you have to ask yourself how the core belief that is creating those sexual fantasies is maybe affecting other aspects of your life, including your relationships. But I feel like if you have a girl, well, first of all, if you say she's open-minded, then maybe you can switch back and forth and cater to each other's kinks, whatever. I mean, that's one of those things. I don't have that much experience with stuff like that, if I'm being real with you. But I would just kind of bring it up to her. I mean, if you have your own sexual fantasies, then if she's really open-minded, talk to her about it. You shouldn't really have to sacrifice. You should compromise. Are you working on another book, Jordan? Yes, I am working on 2 books, 3 if you count my autobiography. Michael Mitrok, I appreciate the donation. My man Michael is always showing love, bro. I don't know where you work at, bro, but they must be paying you good, man. I appreciate you, bro. Real shit, man. I appreciate you. My man's out here getting bread. I thought you were keeping the waves, my boy. Nah, that shit is dead. That shit is dead, man. I get bored of hairstyles very quickly. So the chances are, bro, I'm probably going to grow my hair out, keep the curls for a few months, and then get bored of that, and then do something else with it. I'll either get braids or I'll just cut it off again and get waves again. I liked your basketball videos. I did a lot of basketball videos recently. I did one with Ice Cold JT. No, I did 2 with Ice Cold JT. One on my channel and one on his channel. Go and check the one on his channel out if you haven't already. I also did the 21 game on his channel, the live stream. And then I did 3 basketball videos with Akash from Spiritual Groove. Go and look up Spiritual Groove. I actually made a community post about 2 of those videos if you guys want to check them out. This man said W casting couch. Yo, Jordan, I'm about to hit Texas next week. What should I expect? It depends on what part of Texas you're going to. Because going to El Paso and going to Houston, that's not the same experience. I'll say this though, expect heat. It's hot. It's still pretty hot out here. So that's what I'm gonna say, man. Expect heat. Don't pack flannels and shit like that, bro. Don't try to dress in layers. Out here we dress to survive. We dress to survive. How do you feel about your passion for YouTube at this current moment? So I feel like my passion for YouTube is in a very healthy place in that I'm passionate about YouTube and I'm also passionate about writing and I'm passionate about doing the coaching sessions and I'm passionate about all of them for different reasons, which enables me to do all of them in varying capacities depending on how I feel on a specific day. But in other words, they all have a part in my life right now. They all play a role in my life and they play a unique role. There's not much overlap, which that's exactly where I want to be right now. I want to be in a position where I can do all of the things that I'm passionate about without one interfering with another. So I'm in a pretty good spot right now. Is NoFap worth it? Yes, it is. It is. But like I said, man, you have to do it because you love yourself. If you're doing it for the sake of getting women or something like that, I mean, you're not really going to get much out of it. And you're probably not going to last very long either. I love your content, bro. I appreciate you. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, bro, but I appreciate you. Can you give me a tip on how to start with girls even though I'm a religious guy? I don't think religion and dating are mutually exclusive. What I would tell you is go to whatever religious institution serves your religion and find a girl there. I mean, that's literally, you have it very easy, bro. You have it much easier. Go to church, go to the, whatever it's called, bro. Whatever it's called for the religion that you abide by, go to that religious institution and meet a girl there. Match made in heaven. That's a bar. Hey Jordan, I have short hair, but I don't look good with them. Can I do something? What? Can I do some? Can I do something to look better with short hair? Grow it out. Grow it out or wear hats, bro. Grow it out or wear hats. Or just try a different short hair style. Because for some people, maybe having short hair only looks good if you have it all around, if you have an even cut. Try and get an even cut all around or try and get a fade. Like just try different. You can do a lot of different things with short hair, bro. You can do a lot of different things with short hair. Get some water for this one. How do I go about meeting women? I haven't tried since middle school and I'm afraid, but I want to try. I mean, how old are you, first of all? How old are you? And when you say meeting women, what do you mean? Because that could be just meeting women in general, just seeing women out and about, or that can mean actually going on dates with women, or both. But like I said, Hinge works pretty well if you're in a position similar to me where you maybe don't have the time to allocate to actually going out. You can use Hinge. I wouldn't really recommend Bumble or Tinder if you're going to go that route, the dating app route. I would solely recommend Hinge. My friend also put me onto this website called meetup.com where they have just different social events that you can go to. You might have an archery class or knitting or yoga or just different things like that. Dancing. That's actually a really good way to meet women. Just join some type of class. I would recommend a yoga class if you can. I personally tried that, and everyone there had gray hair. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit salty about that, but I mean, just put yourself out there and just do different things that you like to do and try to meet women in the flow of your life. Now, if you're in high school, I mean, bro, if you can't meet women in high school, bro, then hey, it's not gonna get any easier for you, bro. But if you're in high school or college, just meet girls on campus. Like that's the most simple solution. But if you're out of high school, Hinge or going to the social events or both, a mix of both. I'm struggling on getting discipline. What's the key to keeping focused? I mean, the key to keeping focused is to eliminate distractions. That's the most simple solution, man. Eliminate distractions from your life and focus on the things that once you eliminate distractions, you have nothing else to do except for what you need to do. So, for example, right, in my apartment, I don't have any gaming consoles, and I have a video coming out about video games in the near future, so stay tuned for that. But I don't have any gaming consoles. I don't live in an area that's active where I can just walk outside and get into some stuff, go out to a bar or whatever. I can't really do that. So, there's nothing else for me to do except for work. I don't have social media. Like, I don't even have the YouTube app on my phone. So, all I can really do is make videos, stream, and write, or watch YouTube videos when I'm done. Like, there's not really much I can get distracted by. So eliminate distractions, but actually go and watch the video that I just made not too long ago. It's called How to Stop Procrastinating. Also, I don't know if I said this in that video, but figure out your why. Like, motivation is fleeting, but there's an aspect of motivation that tends to stay. It tends to leave an imprint on your subconscious. And that imprint is what is known as your drive. It's what's known as your why. Why are you disciplined? Why do you need to be disciplined? Why do you want to achieve the goals that you've set out for yourself? When are you going to do another meetup? I honestly don't know. I'm probably going to make it a yearly thing. Me and Ice Cold JT definitely talked about doing another collab meetup, and I would love to do that. Maybe in a place like New York or somewhere like that, but I don't know. We're just going to take that as it comes, man, honestly. But probably next summer, though, if I had to guess. Let me see. What did he say? You missed donations? Where? I don't think so. No, I didn't miss any. I've only I commented on one, but that's the only one that I've seen so far. I think I haven't gotten to the other ones yet. I have a couple more, but I haven't gotten to them yet. How do I grow my channel? Consistency and authenticity. Consistency and authenticity. That's what it's going to come down to. And marketing. Row297, I appreciate the donation. How do I go about meeting women? I haven't tried since middle school, and I'm afraid that they will just say, ew, no, I got a boyfriend, even though they might be lying. I never had a relationship before. How old are you? Wait, were you the same person that just asked the other question? Because all of those things still apply, but that little middle part, you're afraid that they'll say, ew, no, I got a boyfriend. That shows that you have a lot of self-rejection going on in your inner dialogue. So you have to take care of that first before you try putting yourself out there. Because no matter how you put yourself out there, if you have that inner rejection going on, you're going to self-sabotage. You're always going to self-sabotage, bro. Look, we don't like being wrong about ourselves. So when somebody shows us something that doesn't align with how we see ourselves, we typically run from it, we typically avoid it, we reject it, so on and so forth. So you have to get to the root cause of why you reject yourself, why you feel like you're unlovable, why you feel like you're unworthy of a relationship or of even any romantic endeavors with women. You got to figure out that root cause. Jordan, will you ever do your own podcast? Maybe one day, but for me, my videos are my podcast in a sense. What's the best place, in your opinion, to meet women of value? Obviously, clubs and parties are full of women who aren't for the long run. So that's something I'm still trying to figure out myself, if I'm being honest. Hinge has been my best shot. That's where I've met the most women who seem to have their head on straight. But obviously, none of those situations really lasted. And I take full responsibility for that. But I would say you'd probably have a good shot around college campuses because you have women who are getting educated. But even then, it's kind of a crapshoot because you don't know how many of the women are there because they genuinely want to learn and elevate themselves versus women who are there because they want to party. So I would just say live your life, man. Live your life. Don't make finding women a priority. Don't make meeting women a priority. Because if you're having to alter what you're doing in your day-to-day life, you're going to meet women who aren't really on that same trajectory as you. You look like a Hall of Fame principal. This man's wilding, bro. How do you really show compassion to people who are not compassionate to you? By being at peace with yourself and prioritizing your peace over your pride. That is how. That's just a fancy way of saying, how do I forgive people? Or how do I forgive people who haven't apologized? You don't forgive people for their sake, you forgive people for your sake. Because you are over here bearing the burden of the things that they did to you. When in reality, all they were doing was expressing through their actions how they felt about themselves. Hey, you missed my super chat? I did not. I just answered it. But, you said that like 15 minutes ago. This man said, I don't want kids, but shit, I ain't gonna pull out either. Man, y'all better strap up, bro. Y'all better strap up, man. Y'all better wear protection, bro. Real shit. That pull out shit does not work. That pull out shit does not work. Or it does work sometimes, but it's not consistent or reliable enough. Have you ever experienced astral projection or lucid dreaming? I actually made a video about my experience with astral projection. I think I made the video late last year or early this year. So just go on my channel and look up astral projection. It should be the only video that pops up. Yo, Jordan, current dilemma. I'm low-key reluctant / self-conscious to show the girl I'm talking to anyone. How do I fix this? My fault. I completely misread that. I'm low-key reluctant / self-conscious to show the girl I'm talking to anyone. How do I fix this? Well, first of all, you don't get with a partner because of what your friends or your parents or anyone else is going to think. You get with a partner because you want to be with them. So for me, like even when I was in a relationship, I would show my ex to certain people. I would show pictures maybe, but none of my friends ever actually met my ex because I don't really care what they think. But I feel like for you, it's going to be more of an introspective process, figuring out why you need their validation, why you feel like you need other people's validation for a partner that you are going to spend your time with, not them. And that's the question that I cannot answer for you. Like, you have to figure out the answer to that for yourself, because it's going to be tied to events that have occurred in your life and the conclusions that you drew as a result of said events. This man said, Jordan looking like a butterscotch Jamie Foxx, man. I'm about to end this stream, bro. I'm about to end the stream. I swear to God, bro. That's tough. Let me see. Hold on. They call me Money Mike. I see why, bro. I see why. This man Michael is out here. This man Michael is out here, bro. I've been seeing you in a lot of my streams, bro. I appreciate the support. Not even just with the money, but just you donating your time and attention. Jordan, I'm from Ukraine. Please give me advice on how I can stay strong in these conditions. So you have to understand that there are certain things that are within your control and certain things that are not within your control. And you have to focus, especially in times like this, on the things that you can control. You have to focus on the things that you can control, because that's where you create your reality at. And that's where you'll see over time the residuals in the aspects of your life that you can't directly control. You can influence the other side, but you can only do it by focusing on the side that you can control. So focus on the things that you can control, bro. Focus on just educating yourself on the things that matter, that are relevant in your life at this time. Focus on spreading positivity and love and peace. Focus on your self-development journey. Focus on finding and following your purpose. And from there, before you know it, you'll be in a much better situation, bro. How do I deal with the lack of intimacy? In terms of what? Are we talking sexual intimacy, emotional intimacy, spiritual intimacy? You got to elaborate on that. But generally speaking, give yourself the intimacy. Obviously, I mean, you can give yourself sexual intimacy. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I wouldn't recommend PMO. But the other aspects of intimacy, you can give to yourself. So I would just focus on giving yourself that intimacy in those ways. Physical, or not physical, my bad. Emotional intimacy, you can give yourself that by journaling, by even doing therapy, just things like that. Do you have any tips on getting better at basketball? If I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro, I don't practice, man. I do not practice basketball. So anything that you guys see me do in a basketball video, that's just me doing it, bro. I feel like basketball is mostly something that I really like about what Bryce Wilson, like what he's doing with his book and just his general framework and his purpose in his life right now, is that he understands the importance of mindset and that most of this stuff is just mental. So I feel like it's really about confidence. Now, confidence can come as a result of practice, but it doesn't have to. How do you be more confident when talking to your girlfriend? How did you get her in the first place? I mean, just be yourself, man. Be yourself. There's probably a mechanism within you that feels like you're unlovable, that you can't reveal who you truly are to her because she won't be able to accept it. But the most important thing is that you accept yourself first. You have to give yourself the acceptance. Otherwise, you're guaranteeing rejection. You're afraid of rejection, but that fear of rejection is causing you to ensure rejection from yourself. How long do you use your phone in a day? It depends on the day, but I think my average screen time is around 2 to 3 hours a day. I don't know if that's good or bad, but around 2 to 3 hours. I'm definitely on my laptop a lot more than my phone though, because I don't have YouTube on my phone and I don't have social media, so there's only so much that I could do on the phone. Well, I'm gonna start skipping down a little bit. Well, hold on. First of all, what's the biggest risk you've ever had to take in your life that resulted in you being successful? That is a phenomenal question. So for me, I would say It's a tie between dropping out of college and quitting my job. I say dropping out of college because I had no direction whatsoever. I didn't know that I wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't know that I wanted to be an author. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to work for myself. But dropping out of college pretty much ensured that I would be doing that. It didn't happen that way initially, but over time, I was able to do that. And the thing that solidified that was me quitting my job. So the two kind of go hand in hand. I kind of look at those two events as one event, if that makes sense. They were two parts of the same event. But if I had to pick between those two, I would probably say quitting my job. That was the biggest risk I've ever taken in my life. Granted, I could have technically went back, but I wasn't going back, bro. So yeah, that was definitely the biggest risk that I've taken, bro. Quitting my job to go full time on YouTube. What age did you stop growing in height? Honestly, I don't know. I think I stopped growing when I want to say I kept growing until I was 20 or 21. I might still be growing, dude. I don't know. I don't know how tall I am. I think I'm 5'9", but I might be taller now. I might be taller. Who knows? This man said, how do I hook up with girls at church? This man's on demon time, bro. If you're not on your phone all day, what else do you do all day? I browse the internet, but I don't know. Like I watch YouTube videos. I might watch Netflix. Um, I might browse Reddit forums or read articles, things like that. Not news articles, but more of just like spiritual articles, articles on manifestation, stuff like that. I don't just have set activities that I do. I just kind of live life. Go into nature, go for a run. I work out, things like that. I'm 24 and I wish to meet women, but I always get nervous to go up to them. So you're 24. Okay, that definitely changes the context a little bit. I would recommend that, first of all, don't go up to women with the intention of getting their numbers. Start off by going up to women and just talking to them. Okay, or you can start off by, here are two great ways to become more social, just instantaneously. Give compliments and ask for directions. Just do those two things and you'll realize that, okay, they're human. They're human just like me. And from there, over time, you can start off by doing those things and then you can build from those things. And then eventually you'll reach a point where you have the confidence to just go up and say however you're feeling. Now, me personally, I don't believe in cold approaching just because I feel like it's too much of a crapshoot. I think it's even worse than using dating apps, in my opinion. But if that's what you want to do, you just have to do it. But you have to do it in a way where rejection isn't really an option. If you ask a girl for directions and she says, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. I mean, like to me, you just dodged a bullet there. So yeah, just don't put that much pressure on yourself. Don't set expectations for the interaction. Just be yourself and try to make her day better. But like I said, I would start off small though. Start off small, just ask for directions, give compliments, so on and so forth. I'm 20, 6'3", 210, built like a brick wall. I want all the smoke. You're 20? wait, hold on real quick, bro. Wait, hold on. This just kind of fucked my head up. I did not know you were 20 years old, bro. I thought you were like 17 or 18, bro. What the fuck? That's weird, bro. That's weird. I did not know you were 20 years old. I did not know you were 20 years old. What is your nationality? I'm half African American, half Filipino. Jacked and stacked, hardcore self-improvement. I appreciate the donation. We can definitely make that collab happen, fam. Keep up the good work. Hey man, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I've been doing a lot more collabs recently, so anyone who's looking to collab, you can reach out to my business email and we can discuss the possibilities with that. I appreciate the donation, bro. You keep up the great work as well. My man is absolutely jacked and stacked in the profile picture. My man looks like Michael C. Jordan. Bro, I'm super far behind. Okay, hold on. Let me try to catch up. Ice Cold Edward G Triple OG. I appreciate the donation. This man Jordan looked like Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. This man donated $4.99 to say this man Jordan looked like Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. I'm still trying to figure out how you made that profile so quick, though. I still don't understand how you do that, bro. I still don't understand how you were able to do that. It's crazy because a lot of people are gonna see your profile and they don't know who Edward actually is, bro. They don't know about that. They just think they think that that's actually you. That's the crazy thing, bro. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Wait, hold on real quick. Hold on. Am I tripping? Wait, did you donate twice, bro? Wait, am I bugging, bro? Jackson Stacked Hardcore Self-Improvement. I appreciate the donation yet again, bro. I appreciate you. Like I said, reach out to my business email and we can make something happen, bro. Be honest, Jordan. Dropping out of college before being big enough on YouTube was risky as fuck and you relied on manifestation. Would you recommend doing this to others? No. I dropped out of college before I started YouTube. I dropped out of college and I had maybe 70 subscribers, and that wasn't from me trying to be a YouTuber. That was just from my dunking videos and my friends. Like friends that I met on the internet just subscribing to me. So I didn't have any type of plan at all. And I didn't even rely on manifestation. I didn't know what manifestation was at the time, bro. I literally just knew that I was not going to work for somebody else, at least not for the long term. So if you are like me and you don't want to work for someone else, then yeah, I'd recommend that you drop out of college, because college is basically a path that leads you to working for someone else. Now, can you become self-employed down the line? Yes, you can. But it's much more difficult when you have the burden of student loans on your plate. So if you have the same dreams as me, then yeah, I would recommend that you drop out of college. I'd recommend that you drop out before you have security, because a lot of people, man, I made a video about this recently. I don't know how many people watched it, but I'll just kind of repeat some of the sentiments. Basically, a lot of people, you guys think that you need to build up a cushion. You need to build up a financial cushion of stability before you take a leap of faith on yourself, before you quit your job, before you drop out of college. But what ends up happening is, yeah, you have more money, but you have less time. So even though you have more money, the risk actually becomes greater unless you're making so much money that it doesn't matter, in which case it's not a risk at all. But let's say, for example, you want to wait 6 months before you quit your job and go full time on YouTube, and you want to save $10,000. So okay, yeah, you save $10,000 up in those 6 months, but you're not actually any more safe or secure than you were 6 months ago, because even though you have $10,000 more dollars, you have 6 months less of time to recover. So let's say, for example, if you do the shit, you take that leap of faith and the shit doesn't work out and you run out of that 10,000, you run through that 10,000 very quickly. Now you're back at square one, but you have 6 months less than you would have had initially had you just dropped out in the first place, or had you quit your job in the first place. So in other words, you have to start looking at your time as being more valuable than your money. The earlier that you take that leap of faith, the less of a risk it actually is. So if I had waited until after junior year of college to drop out, that would have been a major L. Major L. You got to start taking risks, man. You got to take risks. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to live the life that you actually want to live in a reasonable time frame, then yeah, you're going to have to take a risk, man. You're going to have to risk it all. What was your vertical jump workout when you made the dunking videos? I actually posted a vertical jumping workout around that time. It was one of the first videos that I ever posted on my channel. So you guys can go and check that out if you want. But pretty much just squatting, box jumps, and deadlifts, more or less. And then also anything that helps your grip so you can palm the ball, that makes it exponentially easier because you don't have to jump as high. Bryce Wilson, Bryce Wilson, Bryce Wilson. Bro, I tell him that every time me and him hang out, bro, I always hit him with that same shit, bro. Bryce Wilson, can I get your autograph? Hey, I swear, I actually had him sign my book, bro. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. You see, you guys think I'm just shouting the book out because I'm his homie and everything. No, I actually copped the book, and then I don't know if you guys can. You can't really see that. You can't see it super well, but I had him sign it. I have his signature right here. So this book right here is going to be worth $1 million. $1 million in a few years, and I'm gonna hold on to it, man. I'm gonna hold on to it. Let that value increase. How can I have the mental discipline to not cross my own integrity? Again, it comes back to figuring out your why. Why do you stand by the values that you stand by? And sometimes you have to change your parameters. You have to change the boundaries of your integrity, because sometimes the old version of you, his integrity doesn't align with the new version of you and his desires out of life. But you got to figure out your why, man. Remind yourself of why you have those values. And that's a very big thing, bro. You guys, in general, you need to question your values frequently. You need to take a self-analysis, a self-inventory as frequently as possible, because a lot of people inherit values from their parents or the people around them, but they don't ever question them. So they don't know why they hold those values. And that's why a lot of people, they live not purposeless lives, but unfulfilling lives, because they're not living for themselves. They're letting other people live through them. Where are you originally from? I'm from Louisiana. So I'm originally from Louisiana. And when I was 5 years old, Hurricane Katrina hit. We moved to Texas. This is where I grew up. So I always tell people I'm from Texas, but I'm from Louisiana though. This man said, it's actually me. I swear to God, bro. Time over money? Yes. Time over money. Always value your time over your money. Because going back to that same scenario, if you were to quit your job, right? If you were to quit your job and lose that money, you can get that money back. You just go back and get another job and you get that money back. You can't get that time back. That 6 months that you spent building that money up, building up that nest egg, that cushion for security and safety, you can't get that 6 months back no matter what you do. So that's why I say it's best to take that leap of faith literally right now. And obviously use your own discernment. You have to be able to assess whether or not it's the right time for you. But don't get caught up in the mentality of waiting until everything is perfect, because the time will never be perfect, bro. It's kind of like jumping out of a plane. Like there's never going to be a time where it's okay, I'm gonna jump when all the conditions are perfect. Like no, bro, you got to jump out the plane. It's going to be uncomfortable no matter when you jump, but you have to do it. I'm almost caught up. Hey brother, what's good, bro? What's your motivation for constant success and prosperity? For me, it's just being present and seeing where I am now as it relates to where I was before, seeing how far I've come on my own journey. And also, I just consume a lot of content that I find inspirational. That's my default. Like for me, entertainment is a subsidiary desire. When I consume content, it's almost always for the sake of inspiration, either inspiration or insight. So just consume a lot of content that inspires you. How's the stuff with the car? Are you going to keep the car and raise your value? and you make more to keep it. So here's the thing with the car, bro. Let me just go ahead and clarify this. I'm not in a position where I can't afford the car. Like I can afford the payments and everything. It's more of I would just like to be, I would just prefer to have that extra $1,000 in my pocket when you talk about the insurance and the car payment. I'd prefer to have the extra 1,000 in my pocket, but it's not like that serious though. My plan right now is because the car is on a lease, I'm planning on buying the car out at the end of the lease, paying it off, and just keeping the car until it literally doesn't run anymore. That's my current plan. Just keep the car. It's a great car. I love it. I bought it I leased it brand new. So there's no real point in just getting rid of it. I feel like that'd be a major L on my behalf, losing 5,000 and then being in a worse car than I started with initially. That would be one of the most catastrophic L's of all time. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep the car and pay it off cash once the lease is up. Would you ever go to school to pursue poetry? No, because I don't feel like you need to go to school to pursue poetry. I mean, I already published my first poetry collection, and all the stuff that I learned, like I didn't learn how to write poetry in school. I learned that literally through my own experience, through trial and error, through practice. Like I never wrote poems growing up. The shit just came out of nowhere. So no, I won't. I will not. Jordan, what's your opinion on intrusive thoughts and how would you deal with them? So I actually made a video about that, I think a year ago, back in 2021, summer 2021. But I'll just say this, focus less on the thoughts and focus more on the core beliefs that are creating those thoughts. Because the thoughts may seem intrusive because you're not consciously focused on your subconscious thought patterns or your subconscious belief systems, but your thoughts are generally going to be a reflection of your subconscious belief systems. So let's say, for example, if you're always having thoughts of violence, you always have varying just thoughts of violence, even though consciously you feel like you are a peaceful person. Subconsciously, you're probably holding onto a lot of anger and resentment, and that's projecting itself as violence in your thought patterns. So go down the rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole and figure out why you're thinking the thoughts that you're thinking. Jordan Green, how can you get better fashion because mine is trash? I think I made 2 fashion videos so far. I've made 2 fashion videos so far. So go and watch those videos, man. I'll put you guys on some game. One of them is called How to Build a Wardrobe on a Budget. The other one is the Summer Lookbook. I'm about to be in Dallas, Texas, home of the Mavericks. I don't know what Texas is like, though. Lived in New York my whole life. Texas is a lot more spread out than New York. It's a lot less dense. It's a slower pace of living. And the people are definitely a lot different. They're much less apprehensive. They're more welcoming and friendly. But that's kind of the point of traveling, though, man. Just come out here and catch a vibe, bro. Like there's touristy stuff that you can see. There's Reunion Tower. We have the Dallas Museum of Art, Clyde Warren Park. There's Fort Worth, like the Stockyards, I think they're called. We have a lot of malls here. That's our big thing. We have the Galleria Mall, North Park Mall, Grapevine Mall, Stonebriar. There's a lot of malls around here. Shopping and eating are kind of the things that most people do out here. But yeah, just catch a vibe, bro. To me, when you go to a place that's really different from where you're from, you should just go around and catch a vibe and do more of what the locals are doing. Who's your favorite basketball player, bro? I really don't have one. I don't have cable, so I can't watch basketball in my apartment. I'm not gonna lie though, bro. I like Anthony Edwards though. Anthony Edwards is cold, man. I like him. Bro is nice. How's your pull-up, muscle-up training going? I haven't really been practicing muscle-ups, but I've still been doing pull-ups. I've been doing weighted pull-ups. I just recently increased the weight, and I have gotten stronger for sure. So it's going well. It's going well in general. I put on 5 pounds of muscle in the last month. I'm gonna do another what I eat in a day video and put you guys on game, bro. I put on 5 pounds of muscle in 1 month. You love to see it. Jeep Wranglers are the best cars. Tell me I'm wrong. You are wrong. You are incorrect. You are false. Matter of fact, hold on. Look up some synonyms for that. Synonym for wrong. You are incorrect. You are mistaken. You are erroneous, inaccurate, inexact, imprecise, invalid, untrue, false, fallacious, wide of the mark. Wide of the mark is crazy. Yeah, you're wrong. You are wrong. Jeep Wranglers are not the best cars. Personally, I like foreign cars. That's my thing. I like European cars in particular. German cars, Italian cars, British cars. I like European cars, but it is what it is. Man said Jeeps are the worst cars. My cousin has a Jeep though. Her Jeep is cold. I'm not gonna lie. Jeeps can be nice, but I personally probably wouldn't get one. It's just not my style. But like I said, I like foreign cars. I was gonna ask if you used to write stories as a kid. I did. So I actually, the first thing that I remember, not the first thing, but one of the first things that I remember telling people that I wanted to be when I grew up is an author. Fun fact. So when I was in first grade, I used to write these little short stories in class. Like I would finish my work early and then I just write my own little, just like fiction short stories. So writing has always been a part of me. It's always been something that I enjoy doing. It's been my default means of communication, but yeah. The girls and parties be wild in Texas. I'm not gonna lie, we do have some very beautiful women out here. We do. That's one thing. I took that for granted for a long time until I started traveling to other places. I went to Kansas City, went to Chicago, I went to Nashville. Yeah, I went to all these different places. I was like, man, girls in Texas are different, bro. I'm talking about Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin. I mean, and all different races too, bro. All different races. They're all bad, bro. It's crazy, man. As far as the parties, though, I don't know anything about that. But I would assume that, yeah, we do have some crazy parties. Are you going to change the channel content in the future? I don't really plan on it, but I never really plan on doing it. It just happens naturally. So I can't say I will. I can't say I won't. I think the core will always be the same. I think I've kind of found my space on YouTube in being a self-development and self-discovery channel. But I don't know. I don't know where that might lead me to in the future. That man said, Anthony Edwards is butt juice. Cap. Big cap. Jeeps are a 20 out of 10. I'll never not own a Jeep. I don't know. First of all, what type of, hold on real quick. Let me, because we need to address this. I feel like for some reason women have, I hate to generalize like this, but you guys know it's true, man. Women have they have this infatuation with Jeeps, and I need to just see what this is all about, man. Share screen. Do I remember how to stream? Okay, here we go. All right. Jeep Wrangler. See, Jeeps are for people who like to do shit like this, man. They're for people who like to do shit like this. They just be driving in the water with their doors off and stuff, bro. You won't ever catch me doing anything like that. You will not ever catch me doing anything like that. What I want to see is, what type of fuel efficiency do these cars have? Oh, shit, okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, I might have been asleep then. I thought Jeeps had I thought they had terrible gas mileage, but I guess I was wrong. Like I said, though, I like foreign cars, though. That's my thing. I like BMWs. I like Mercedes. I like Audi, Porsche. I like all of that. My dream car is a Rolls Royce. Do you have any tattoos? I do. I don't know if you can. This one right here. I got that one in my friend's apartment back in September 2020. Jordan, if someone were to drop out of college, where are some places you would recommend they go if they can't go to the dorm or their parents' house? Airbnb. See if you can split an apartment with your friend. See if you can like get a 2-bedroom apartment or even a 1-bedroom apartment. One of you sleeps in the living room and then you split the rent. That's usually a good method, but they have hostels. Hostels are typically very, very cheap. But man, I don't know if they still have this, but maybe you can look this up. Look up couch surfing. Look up couch surfing. Some people, I remember the first time I went to New York, I couch surfed. Accommodation was completely free. I didn't have to pay for it. Basically, a random stranger lets you into their home and you just stay there. It sounds very sketchy, but if they have reviews and stuff like that, then you can see the legitimacy of what they do. I met some really cool people doing that too. A very cost-effective way to travel. I think the platform itself, the couch surfing platform charges around $10 or $20 a month, which is still worth it. If you're talking about free accommodation, that's still a major, major W, in my opinion. Four-wheel drive. You know what else has four-wheel drive? My parents' Kia Sorento. That has four-wheel drive too. This Should I buy a Jeep to pick up girls? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've never seen a dude with a Jeep who is single. Wait, hold on real quick. Now that I think about it, I've never actually seen that. Because every time somebody has a Jeep, every time a dude has a Jeep, it's always a girl with him. And they always got the doors off. So you might be onto something, bro. You might be onto something. How can I get better on doing pull-ups? So I actually made a video about that too. See, every question that you guys have for me, I've probably made a video about it, but I'll just say this: do negatives and do static holds. So basically, go to the top of the pull-up motion and first of all, hold yourself up at the top for as long as you can, and then go down as slowly as you possibly can. Flex your biceps and your back the whole way down. If you keep doing that, bro, in about 3 months, you'll be doing pull-ups like it's nothing. That's what happened to me. Before, when I first started working out, I could maybe do 3 pull-ups in a row at most. Now I'm banging out sets of like 10, 12 pull-ups with weights. Jeeps to girls are like what pickup trucks are to dads. You won't ever catch me driving a pickup truck either. See, I don't know. The closest thing you guys will ever see to me, the closest thing you guys will ever see me driving, my brain's not working. The closest you'll ever see me to driving one of those types of cars is a G-Wagon. A G-Wagon, that's something I'll drive. I would drive the hell out of a G63, an AMG. Is there any college for 2 years? Yes, community college. You can go to community college and get your associate's degree. And some of the associate's degrees will enable you to go into the work field immediately. So I think one thing that I was looking into when I was in college was web development. If you do web development, not software development, you have to do 4 years. You need a bachelor's for that. But for web development, which you can learn that on your own, but web development, you can get your associates, 2 years, go into the work field. And you can be an independent contractor on top of that. Other than that, I think trade school is 2 years for the most part. If you want to be in HVAC or plumbing or anything like that. You see, people might look down upon the trades, but those motherfuckers make bank, bro. Electricians, plumbers, these people are making 6 figures, bro. So there's a lot of ways that you can get to a bag very quickly with little to no debt. How strong are you, Jordan? Bench / squat? I don't do bench press anymore. So I've never actually maxed my bench out before. The most I ever did, from what I recall, was either 165 or 170 for 5 reps at 2 in the morning. So, and that was pretty easy. But I never challenged myself because I never had a spotter. Squat, same thing. I'll never max out on squat. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Jordan, when was the last time you ate junk food? Be honest with yourself. Oh, I'm very honest. So the last time I ate junk food, or what I consider to be junk food, is probably, was it 2 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago. I bought a thing of Oreos. The party size pack, bro. The party size. I don't think they were double stuffed. For those of you who don't know, fun fact: Oreos are vegan. So once I figured that out, it was it was game over, man. But I got the party pack, and I cleared them bitches out in probably 2 days, man. It probably took me about 2 days. I think I ate 2 rows per day. I bought them on a Friday, and by Sunday morning they were gone. So I'm still kind of recovering from that, but I don't really eat junk food for the most part though. I don't really eat junk food. But I'm not perfect either though. Jordan, I'm pursuing no fap, but the thing holding me back is just the loneliness. I'm looking for the right girl to get rid of this loneliness, but the weekends away from school are hard. Wait, when you say loneliness, are you referring to, because loneliness is typically an emotional feeling. It's more of a feeling than something that correlates with sexual intimacy. So, I mean, you got to figure out how to enjoy your own company. Okay, I'm going to just tell you guys this, bro. Just general advice, not in the context of no fap, but just life advice from Jordan Green, okay? If you can't enjoy your own company, why would somebody else enjoy your company? Make that make sense. If you can't enjoy your own company, why and how is somebody else going to enjoy your company? You have to enjoy your own company, and you'll naturally become attractive to other people because they'll say, wow, that person looks like they're having fun. They look like they're living their best life. I want to be in on that. Live your best life, man. Live your best life. Take yourself on dates. Go out and do the things that you like to do and meet people doing that. Do you think men should have emotional feelings or no? It's not a matter of if men should have emotional feelings. We do. Unless you're a sociopath, you have emotional feelings. And I think that for men, it's very important to learn how to, for one, accept the fact that you have feelings and then embrace the feelings that you have so that you develop what is known as emotional intelligence. You see, when you lack emotional intelligence, you struggle in all aspects of life. Because, for example, let's say in business, okay? Business is really marketing. It's providing value through a service or product or both, and then marketing that value to other people. And how do you market value? You market value via emotions, by invoking emotions in people. The vast majority of sales that are made every single day are emotional sales, not logical sales. Most people don't think logically, and even if they think they do, they don't. Okay, they're emotional creatures. Humans are emotional creatures. Now, in the dating context, if you can't be in tune with your emotions, there's always going to be this barricade between you and a woman who tend to be emotional creatures by and large, because you can't relate to them. You have no compassion or empathy for them. And any self-respecting person is going to want to be with somebody who has compassion and empathy for them. So you got to learn how to get in tune with your emotions, man. You have to. No G-Wagon, no. I don't get the point of the G-Wagon. I don't get the point of the Jeep. I still don't. The G-Wagon is way better than the Jeep. Way, 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 way better. Way better. It looks better. It's faster. And it's a tax write-off on top of that. 6,000 pounds. Section 179 deduction. If you know, you know. Same with Range Rovers. G-Wagons are not a Jeep, therefore 0 out of 10. No comment. No comment. No comment. Are you growing your hair? Yes, I am. I'm not growing it to how it used to be, though. You're not going to see my curls coming down past my eyebrows or anything like that. It's going to be something like, I wish I could show you guys a picture, but I don't have any. I don't have any pictures from that time. But if you go back and watch my videos from summer 2019, maybe July or August 2019, you'll get a good feel for how my hair is going to look. Would you ever drive a motorcycle? Yes. Maybe. I'm not sure. I do like speed, but I also like being alive. Oreos aren't vegan, bro. They actually are. Oreos are vegan. Unfortunately. You should try fried Oreos. That's something I'm not going to do because, to my point earlier, I like living. Like, I like being alive. And that seems like a way to to not live anymore if you don't want to be on this earth. That's like at the Texas State Fair, bro. If you guys are from Texas and you've been to the State Fair, I'm talking about, they have some bullshit there, bro. They have, one year I went and they had fried butter. Just butter, regular butter, but it's fried. I said, bro, I can't give these people my money anymore, man. They're on some bullshit. Jordan, how do you maintain focus in this chaotic world? You have to learn how to create your own bubble and stay within that bubble. So to my point earlier, you might not have been here when I said this earlier, but I actively avoid controversy. I actively avoid controversy by all means. So let's say, for example, if I'm on YouTube and I see something controversial pop up, I see something about beef, I see something about, oh, these people are, response to so-and-so, I'll literally click on the three dots and say, don't recommend this or not interested. I stay off social media. I don't watch the news. Bro, let me tell you guys something, bro. You guys have to stop watching the news, bro. You have to stop watching the news. A lot of you guys, you struggle to maintain focus and peace of mind, and that's literally the only thing you need to do is just stop watching the news. Because the news is curated to keep you in fear. There's a reason why they show you bad news. If you stop watching the news, you realize life is actually really, really good. Life is good. People will think you're delusional for believing that life is still beautiful, but they're the ones who are delusional. Well, you're both delusional because we all create our own realities. But my point is that you have to focus on the things that you want to see grow. Focusing on the problem will not fix the problem. Focusing on the solution is what fixes the problem. And more often than not, the solution is love. More love, more compassion. Such a good answer about the feelings. Actually, I'm really glad that you said that because I watched one of your videos. I think it was called Why Modern Men Suck at Dating, if I'm not mistaken. And you said something that I found really fascinating. And so I want to just share it on the stream real quick. And one of these days, man, I'm going to have you on a stream and you can share this for yourself. But you said something along the lines of women are becoming more career oriented while still maintaining that foundation of emotional intelligence. And men, on the other hand, they still are career oriented, but they're not developing their emotional intelligence. And it's creating a disparity in the polarity between masculinity and femininity. You might not have worded it exactly like that, but that was my takeaway. And that shit blew my mind. Like I know the problem's there, but I never saw it like that. I never saw somebody explain it like that. So that was a very fascinating concept. And yeah. I've made videos kind of talking about that, but I never really heard it in that specific context before. What is JT's real name? Aren't Oreos made with milk? They're not. They don't contain any milk in them. Look at the ingredients, bro. I didn't believe it myself. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. But then I looked at the ingredients and I became a victim. How spiritual are you, Jordan? I would say that spirituality is the foundation of my life. Everything that I do, everything that I believe, all the actions that I take are within the context of spirituality. That's just the framework with which I live my life. I feel like spirituality is behind every religion. But that's just me, though. That's just my personal belief. But everything that, if you guys notice, I talk a lot about manifestation. I talk a lot about just energy and all of these things because that's how I live my life. And it's once I exposed myself to that information that my life actually began to change in ways that I couldn't have even imagined, if I'm being honest. So. Bro, I need some water. Hi, Jordan. How to boost your self-esteem. So, as far as boosting your self-esteem, it starts with the self. Okay, it all starts with the self. You have to be who you are. Because a lot of times, and don't get me wrong, you have to reinvent yourself, but the foundation has to stay the same. So, you tear down all the bullshit, all of the building blocks, the false building blocks that you've used to create your current reality, which you're clearly unsatisfied with, and you rebuild using the foundation of who you are. Basically, okay, let me reword that in another way. Basically, be yourself and then be the best version of yourself that you can be. Because you can't have self-esteem if you're trying to be like somebody else, because deep down, you know that you'll never be a better version of them than they could be of themselves. And that's their superpower. But likewise, that's your superpower as well. Nobody can ever be a better version of you than you can be of yourself. So if you learn to really respect and honor your individuality, you're untouchable. Nobody can fuck with you. You're not in competition with anyone because you know that you're walking your own path that only you are equipped to walk. Jordan, how can I stay off social media for good? Delete the accounts. Don't just delete the apps, delete your accounts altogether. I say you got to give it, I guess everyone has their own timeline, but for me, after around 30 days of being off social media, I realized that life was just more peaceful without it. And why would you not want to live a more peaceful life? Said hydrate. I'm broke, things haven't going my way lately, currently dealing with bad luck, and I'm having self-doubt as an artist. I'm 18, live with my mom, and be dealing with depression. Advice. So first of all, man, you got to understand that I go through shit as well. I mean, and I like I said, man, I have a video coming out tomorrow that I'm basically just exposing myself. In every aspect of life, everything that I've been struggling with, I expose it in that video. So you'll see that I've been down bad as well. But the thing is, man, when you're going through tumultuous times in your life, document it, talk about it, journal about it, make videos about it, do all of that. You don't have to share it with anyone, but just document it for your own sake. Because in the future, when you overcome that issue, because first of all, when you document it, you're becoming more aware of your situation, right? And that can potentially raise the question of how you got into that situation. You can reverse engineer your failures, if you will, and learn to tweak the programming such that you can create the life that you actually want. Now, once you get to that next level, because everything is just ebbs and flows, you're going to go through struggles, but struggles will never last unless you force them to by not acknowledging them. But once you overcome that struggle, once you overcome that adversity and that conflict, you'll reach a point where you'll be able to look back and see that growth, and that will give you confidence that can never be taken away. So in other words, and not only that, but you can use that to inspire other people. That's literally what I've done, bro. If I never went through shit, you guys would not watch my videos. And you know that. You know you wouldn't watch my videos. The reason why you watch my videos is because I've been through some shit and I persevered. And that you find that inspirational. So that's what it comes down to, man. Document your progress or your process and document your progress and weather the storm. We definitely got to stream soon. I'd be so down. Email me. Email my business email. business.jordangreen@gmail.com. Jordan, how are your teeth so white, bro? Bro, go and watch the video that I posted just yesterday, bro. This is not a sponsored stream, okay? This is not a sponsored stream. Go and get you some toothpaste, bro. This is the one that I use. I use the Ultra Bright toothpaste. I'm pretty sure this toothpaste is one of, if not the cheapest toothpaste you can get from Walmart. Go and get that toothpaste. Like I said in the video yesterday, if you have to, you steal that toothpaste, bro. There are no excuses for you not taking care of your teeth. No excuses at all. I also feel spiritual, not religious though, but spiritual, if that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So my general philosophy is that behind all religion is spirituality. Literally, I personally believe that religion is spirituality with filters. It's just the same core principle, the same core truth from different perspectives, from different viewpoints, and with different context, different metaphors, I guess. It's kind of like how with my book, Soul Shock, somebody could have went through a very similar situation to me, and they could have written about it in a much different way, but they're still writing about the same thing, the same core principle. It's just their metaphor usage may be different. Which maybe it's because I'm a writer and that's something that I just pick up on very easily. But a lot of it is semantics, bro. Religion, I hate to like reduce people's belief systems like that. And don't take this out of context. Religion is not a bad thing. If that's what you believe in, I'm not here to tell you that that is not true. But basically, religion is semantics. It's pretty much just semantics. Like it's the same exact core principle, just with different layers of expression. How did you create your own bubble as a creator? I feel like becoming a creator made it easier to create my own bubble because you would think I'd be more in tune with the trends and everything, but I'm actually less in tune with the trends because I'm more focused on creating content and I'm focused on myself. Because obviously since my brand is a reflection of me, I have to work on myself. So it kind of forces me to stay in my own bubble, which is why moving out is one of the best decisions I ever made because I literally just, like I created my own physical bubble. I'm out here in the suburbs in the middle of fucking nowhere, just working, just like working on myself and working on my brand. Do you meal prep or count calories? No. I eat the same thing every day though, more or less. I'm going to do another what I eat in a day video very soon. Probably going to film it Monday and then post it like next Monday or something like that. But like I said, I put on 5 pounds of muscle in a month. So I know this shit is working for sure. Are you still vegan? Yes, I am. I'm going to make a video on why I went vegan. Not just why I went vegan, but the things that I've noticed since going vegan. How do I remove pornography images from my mind? So first of all, how did they get there? They got there through exposure. So conversely, the way to get rid of those images is to stop exposing yourself to it. Now it's going to take some time. You're reprogramming your mind. You can't expect to stop thinking about it after just a day or a month or even a year. If you've been watching porn for 8 years, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some years to get out of that mindset. But by cutting off the exposure and no longer feeding the beast, slowly but surely the thoughts will begin to dissipate. And something that I learned from my friend Bryce Wilson, one of the most valuable insights that I learned is the law of substitution. Okay, the law of substitution. The only way that you can get rid of a thought is if you replace it with another thought. So whenever you start going down that path, whenever those thoughts start to generate momentum, become aware of it and replace that thought with something else. Replace it with a thought that pertains to success on your journey, that pertains to your growth on your purpose. And over time, you'll reprogram your mind to think about those things in the same way that you currently think about sex. And that's why, for example, when I made that video talking about how sex is overrated and how I don't care about sex, that's how I've programmed my mind. I've programmed my mind such that the same way that most people think about sex, I think about success. Let me see. Jordan, what is your top 3 editing softwares? So I use Final Cut Pro. That's worked very, very well for me. But Final Cut Pro, iMovie, and Adobe Premiere Pro. I think it's called Premiere Pro. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro. Those are my top 3. I've never used Adobe Premiere Pro, but I've heard that it's really, really, really good. I'm pretty sure that some films are edited on that software. iMovie is great for starting creators who have, if you have a MacBook, iMovie is completely free. So really, really good for people who are just starting off. And Final Cut Pro to me is a nice middle ground because it's a one-time fee. You pay the $300 and you never have to pay again. Adobe Premiere Pro is a monthly fee. I think it's like $10 to $20 a month. I don't like monthly fees personally. I like one-off fees. So just depends on financially what makes sense for you. But also, I think Premiere Pro might be a little more comprehensive, which can be a good thing and a bad thing depending on what type of videos you make. Like I said, if you're making films, you might want to use something like that. But if you're making videos like what I make, then Final Cut Pro should be more than adequate for you. Should be more than sufficient enough. I have no use for Instagram anymore, not gonna lie. Yeah, I came to that same conclusion, man. Instagram, I would say the only one that's less useful than Instagram is Twitter. I still I don't know what Twitter is really intended for. Like I guess that's probably why it's so toxic is because there's no purpose on the app. Like there's nothing you can't monetize your content. You can't really do anything with it. Like you just go on there and you just talk shit or you get informed. Like I don't know, bro. It's just I don't know. I will say Twitter was the funniest app though, by far. Only use YouTube now, except I like TikTok Live, but like tarot and astrology TikTok. So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually, as far as astrology goes, I'm neutral about that. I don't follow astrology. I don't not believe in it, but I'm not just an active follower. But I do watch tarot card videos, man, shamelessly. I will shamelessly watch tarot card videos. It's more of like a once every few months type of thing, but so far they haven't missed. They haven't missed. The accuracy has been pretty fucking scary. So I do support tarot cards for sure. Um, I recommend that you guys try that as well. Oh shit, hold on real quick, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna answer like one more question. I didn't realize how far behind I was, bro. Jordan, I got monetized on Twitch. You love to see it, bro. Congratulations. Speaking of monetization, my boy Glow Pierre is about to get monetized very, very soon. So shout out to him. You guys go and help him get monetized. And I'm going to go ahead and answer this one question right here. Hey, Jordan, how can I stay motivated to eat tons of food as a skinny kid trying to gain weight? The gym is easy, but the eating isn't. It's hard for me to stay motivated because of it. Any advice? I'd recommend that to start off, you eat the same foods every day. Find foods that you like that are also calorically dense and have a lot of protein and eat those foods every single day. And once you get in the habit and you start to see results, the desire will be strong enough to make you want to eat more. And your body will adapt. It'll digest the food faster. So you'll be able to eat more regardless. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I have to pee really fucking bad, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, bro. We're at 2 hours. I can't even talk, bro. I can't even think straight. I have to pee really fucking bad. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everyone who donated not only their money but your time and attention. I appreciate everyone who was here from beginning to end, or for the people who popped in and out. I appreciate you guys as well. I appreciate the people who watched after the fact. If you're watching this on a different day, I go live every single Saturday, usually around 2 p.m. Central U.S. time. But today I went live a little bit later because your boy slept in. But other than that, stay tuned. Daily uploads, nothing's changing with that. Stay tuned. I have more books on the way as well. Yeah, like I said, I can't think straight, bro. I got to go ahead and end the stream, bro. W stream.